Hey, what is up, internet? We're back. I think we're working again, and we're cranking. Facebook even says we're up and live. We tried to do this just a second ago, but we had no audio, so we restarted the thing because why not? It's good to hop on here. My friend Daryl Stinson challenged me. He's like, "Hey man, hop on and do a Facebook Live. I've not ever seen you do one of those." And I'm like, "Oh man, back in the day, back when we were all stuck at home, I was on here like this was Terry Weaver ESPN, but it's not. It's back, but I know some of you guys. It's Monday Night Football. I don't even know who's playing. I'm a Titans fan and a Commanders fan, and they're both absolutely terrible football teams at this point. So I'm not watching any football. But I'm here to hang out with you. It is I am making chili because during football season you have to make chili. So my chili simmers. I thought I would come and talk to you guys about the thing. If you're on here, let me know you're here if you can hear me. If you're in the feed live. And I've just been thinking a lot about authentic community and what community really means. And it's a word that we throw around a lot. It's what everybody says in creative business that you have to have. You absolutely have to have a community. You have to be a part of community. And I will be completely honest with you. I'm not even sure that I would be alive if it wasn't for the people that were in my life in community. Not just people who were part of my community as like clients and stuff like that, but people that are friends and people that are speaking into my life and encouraging me. And let me be real with you for a minute. When you step up to leadership, the number of people that are going to have the guts to call you and encourage you and to push you to do better is going to be pretty small. Most people are going to want something they can get from you. They're not going to want to contribute to you. They're going to want um, they're going to want to take. And there's very few people that are going to be there to encourage you that know when something's a little off in a post you make. And a lot of times they may be reading between the lines. And, sometimes we trauma post a little bit. Jared Massey, I see you. You are on here like it is the year 2020, and I'm excited about that. You're one of my favorite humans, and I'm glad you're here. And man, I was just talking about community and the power of why we need community, of why I still do live events. I'll be honest with you guys, doing live events is still one of the hardest things I do in my life, but it is also the most rewarding because something spectacular happens when the right people get in the right room. And we are like 10 days out right now, like 10 days out from the thing Orlando. Um, we're about a week away from the VVIP welcome dinner, and there is still time. I still have a spot for someone, especially that's a female that would like a free half of a room to stay in. One of our speakers and leaders has said, "Hey, I've got an extra bed. I've paid for it. I can afford it. I'd love to bless somebody else who's thinking about coming to the thing and maybe can't afford their room, and that's what's keeping them from coming." So, that saves you hundreds and hundreds, maybe even thousands of $1,000 if you're staying for the week for the VVIP. So I'm happy for people to do that. And let me just say this about the thing: if you're watching this and you're like, Terry Weaver, I love you, dude, but there's no way I can afford to come. The tickets cost too much. Slide into my DMs and I'll help you out. I'll find somebody. If I can't get somebody to sponsor a ticket, I'll sponsor you myself or give you a discount so you can get there because I don't want you to sit on the sidelines. And here's what I know: the world is changing. AI and technology are moving so quick, and people with a voice, and people with a vision, and people with something to say are so needed. There's this story in the Bible about Esther and how she has been appointed for such a time in this. And I feel like in our culture right now, we are at our for such a time as this moment. We are at a season when the world is looking for those who have a calling on their life to rise up and to lead communities, and to serve people. We are in a season where it seems like every channel on the news station is talking about another crisis. If you're here in the United States of America, tomorrow's election day, and election day always sounds like the world's gonna end. It always feels like I'm waiting for Kirk Cameron to show up riding on a white horse in my living room. It's always the end of the world. But here's the good news: is the world is longing for people who are lit on fire with purpose. The world is longing for people who are so clear on what they do and so clear about what they about. This I just turned 50 this month, and I got my last birthday present, or at least as far as I know. Marjorie, who works for me, gave me a box of awesome things, and in it was this thing that was on my Amazon wish list, and it's this amazing golden book called Disneyland is Your Land. And if you're a Disney fan, you may know what this is because you know what it's about. But it's the golden book kind of spelling out the story of the dedication of Walt's dedication to Disneyland. Because Walt had a very, very clear vision for what he was going to create when he created Disneyland. And this is literally a book that just has, and I totally wanted one because golden books have always taken me to a happy place. But having Walt Disney's quote in this book, I'm super stoked about. I'm very much, Marjorie, thank you very much for the gift. Marjorie has been someone that's not just been a part of my community, but that's been like family. Lived in my mom's upstairs for a season, a long season. Still comes over for birthdays and we still have her over like she's a sister to have dinner with her. Because here's the deal. I told somebody this the other day. I'm not interested in creating business relationships. I'm interested in creating people that I want to ride or die with. I'm interested in creating a season of time with people who are amazing, people people who want and long for real, authentic community. And I'm so grateful. I am so grateful that I have been blessed to have people in my life um, that um, have invested in me, that have been there with me, and that have stood with me through the long haul. And the thing is something, literally, that this is our 9th year of doing it. And there's an amazing book. It's one of the most influential books, I think, on the planet by a guy named Eugene Peterson. And you might know Eugene Peterson from being the guy that translated the Message translation of the Bible. But Eugene has a book called A Long Obedience in the Same Direction. And I really think right now, more than anything, the key to success and winning in life and business is finding what you're all about, getting in that direction, and letting nothing stop you. Because here's what I know: discouragement in 2025 is rampant. The people that will try to drag you down and bring you down and discourage you are everywhere. That you can find those voices. But when you can have the voices that truly are the encouragers, that truly are the people that lift you up. And if you find people in your life that will go the distance with you, hello, Hercules reference, but will truly do that. I'm going to put a quote up here. I'm not even sure how to do it because it's super wordy. But it's from Jared Massey, and he said some super kind things. So I'm gonna put it up there, and you can just watch it in the live stream if you want to read. I'll read it. I'll read it to you. He said, "If you're watching this and you're on the fence, let me kick you over the edge. Just do it. The thing was instrumental in moving my business to a healthy direction when I was mostly just lost. I formed some great friendships, and it kept me going to get through. And Terry is one of the most authentic people, oh man, thank you, that he's ever met. And he isn't just blowing smoke. He really wants to invest in you. Unfortunately, my thing has caused conflicts with me being at the event this year. But if I could be in two places, I would. I would totally be there. Man, thanks, Jared. Thanks for your kind words, buddy. And here's the deal. if you're thinking about coming to the thing, you could make a pile of excuses a mile long of why you couldn't be there. And I get it. I it's my event, and I can make a list of 100 reasons of other things that would probably be more beneficial to my business, that make more sense on paper. But I know this is where I'm supposed to be. And I know that this is a place that the speakers and some of the a couple of the new speakers are online watching this, and they don't even know what they're in for. Because here's the beauty of the thing, and most people, when I tell them this, look at me like I've got things growing out of my face, and maybe I do. But you don't really have we don't really have a huge distinction between the speakers and the attendees. A good bit of the room is speaking. A good bit of the room are people that are going to be on stage that are either I'm going to interview, pull up, or we're going to do a hot seat with on stage, or they're speaking, because everybody is there not just to speak into, but they're there to get plugged into community. Scott, hey man, what's up? Kristen, hey, what's up? Kristen's one of our speakers, and she's going to be there, and she's going to be amazing. So let me just say this as clear as I can. If there's something keeping you stuck from getting there, I need to know, because I can't help get you there if I don't know about it. There's no reason that if you want to be there, you can't be there. And I will do everything in my power to connect you with either roommates or maybe people that can help sponsor your ticket or different things to get you there. Because for me, if I was doing this for money, I would be a fool. But I'm doing this for something way more valuable than money, and that will actually transform your life. And that's relationships and community. Everything is generated, everything is automated, everything is becoming AI enhanced. And those are powerful tools. And believe me, we're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about how to use those tools. But more than anything, we're going to talk about how to use our humanity to leverage what we know and feel and do, so that um, people can see who we are in a world where maybe that's hard to find. And I can tell you, as it sounds like Chicken Little is on the news every night about AI and about how it's going to take your job. Um, well, you know what? It can't. What AI has is knowledge. What humans have is wisdom. And wisdom is way more powerful than knowledge. And if you can get around with people who don't just know something, who don't just know information, but are wise and who are time tested and who have been out about this and who maybe have had big seasons of success. But I also am thrilled that there'll be people in the room that have had big seasons of failure and they've gotten back up. I like to call it they've chumbawumba'd. They fell down, but they got back up again. And I want you guys to know that in this world where everything seems unsure of, I am more convinced than I have ever been at any time and season of my life that live events and the getting in the room with humans that care about you and that want to help you and that want to serve you, that it is more important at this time than any other time that it's ever been. So if that's you and you want to come, you can message me down below. You can comment below on the video. I'll be following these. Or you could just go to thethingorlando.com and get your ticket. But I can tell you that picking yourself, investing in yourself, and figuring out how you can amplify who you are, amplify your authenticity, amplify your superpowers, amplify your calling, and get it out there to help and serve and save the world. Because I do feel like what the world needs now is people so filled with hope and so filled with love and so filled with joy that they can't help but catch it. Because there's so much discouragement, there's so much bad news, and even it's gotten in our inboxes and our text messages. And it's all over these social platforms that we follow and watch. So I beg you, if you are on the fence about coming to the thing, get off the fence, get your ticket, don't miss out. Don't miss out on being in a room with people that are truly going to pour into you, that are going to care about you. There'll be some people that are going to sit on the outside. There's some people who have been coming for years that for some reason can't figure out how to make it. And I can't force them to be there. Because I know the people that are supposed to be there are going to be there, and the people that really are ready to go and change the world are going to be there. So if you're ready to be a part of changing the world, if you're ready to be a part of flipping this dynamic of hope, if you're ready of saying, you know what, I want to use my thing, that thing that I've been called to do, to make a difference in people's life. You know, I'll end with this. When we first kind of started this idea, I thought we were just going to serve people who were misfits, people who were sort of on the outside, and I still care about those people. Um, the comments section is full of a bunch of weirdos, but I realize that there's another group of people, and they're the Mavericks. They're the people who think a little differently. They're the people that Steve Jobs talked about. That here's to the crazy ones. They're the ones that don't just want to be different, but they're going to turn their difference into a platform that can help and serve other people. So, if you want to get around authentic community, if you want to get around people who can help you and pour into your business, I highly encourage you to stop waiting. You need to take action. You have just until the end of the week to guarantee your hotel room at the hotel, which you want to be there because you want to be in the lobby where the people are. So now's the time. Go to the thing, Orlando. It's right there. You don't want to miss it. When I get off the stream, I'll put it in the comments. And if you're having trouble, my DMs are open. Message me, leave a comment. Um, Jared's commented below. Ask him about what it did for him and his business. He's a youth pastor that started a design business, and wanted to add some revenue to his, um, to make up. You know, youth pastors aren't known for bathing in um, piles of cash, so he needed to grow a business to help support and serve his family, and so the thing helped him do that. And if you're looking for somebody to pour into your thing, I've got a room full of people that'll be there in Orlando November 14, 15, and 16. Now's the time. Do it now. Stop waiting and start doing. If you have questions after the stream plays live, just leave them below. Slide into my DMs. Reach out. I'm here. I want to help you do your thing. I want to see you actually win at what you've dreamed of always doing. The world is not. I used to think the world was changed by the dreamers, but sadly, it's not. The world is only changed by the doers, by the mavericks, by the ones who take their dreams and their weirdness and turn it into a way to help and serve other people. So if that's you, I'll see you in Orlando.